Investigative evidence briefing. So what we're going to do right now is any kind of evidence that we captured, we're going to talk about. And right now, Big Al has captured this very cool EVP, and John is going to get ready to play it.
Karen, if you would like to say anything, your son would love to hear you one more time. He knows you're here. He knows you're watching over his family, but it means a lot to him if you were to say something.
And it sounds like it says here, here. Now, where did you get that, Big Al? If
Yes,
I can,
tell us what happened.
Yeah.
I was filming where the occupant's mother's ashes were, and on my first EVP, I just asked if she wanted to say anything, and when I played it back, I believe we got a response.
That was a very, very clear EVP, and it sounds like it does say here, here. Also, too, when I was looking at my night vision goggles, I was looking towards the computer, and I saw a little tiny orb go horizontal and then vertical. And a dust orb does not do that. Dust orb actually settles down, but it almost had like intelligent movement going up and then sideways. And then it just sort of dissipated. That was kind of unusual. Kara, did you pick up on anything? Did you get any kind of EVPs, any kind of anomalies in your photographs?
I'll let Deanna talk about it. She's good at that. Okay.
I personally did not pick up on any orbs in my photos. I don't know if Sherry did or not. However, when we were in not this first bedroom right here, but the second one, we did get very intelligent K2 hits.
When you say intelligent, what makes you think it was intelligent?
As we asked the person who we believed that we were speaking to, Karen, as we were asking her questions, she would gather the energy that she needed and light up the lights accordingly.
So to you, like yes and no type?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And what were some of the things that you were asking? If it's not personal.
Just main questions. We at first wanted to know, number one, if it was her we were speaking to, if she was the only one in the room. I believe the question that I had asked, one of them was, is there someone else in this room with us? And as soon as I finished asking that question, lit it up to orange.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
instantly.
Were you able to identify the other entity?
No.
No? Okay. Huh. Kara, looks like you wanted to say something. Okay. Yeah, Kara's having a hard time tonight because all these lead investigators are here pushing her around and telling her what to do. So.
That would never happen.
Okay, so John, did you pick up on anything?
Well, I did an ISO in this bedroom over here. I don't like that bedroom because it's just weird. When I first got here, I walked in there. It was just different altogether. And I did get an EVP in there, but dummy me must have erased this thing because I can't find it. And what happened was I heard it in my ear, and I was just asking a question. And I heard a in this right ear, and then I stopped and played it back, and it came out on here. And now I can't find it. So, but that room in there is got a weird feeling.
What do you think you were saying?
I couldn't make out anything. I just heard like a
So like heavy breathing?
yeah, heavy breathing. It wasn't me. I know that much because I actually heard it in my ear before I heard it on here. And then we went into this bedroom. The three of us, and one of the girls in there wanted to listen to the EVPs in the quiet, and we just for fun just did more EVPs. And during the EVP, I started coughing. I couldn't stop it. That's about the time Stephanie came in and said that the feeling I get in here is in the throat. And I was hacking my lungs. I didn't stop till just now when he gave me that glass of water.
Yeah, because you were also too hacking and coughing.
Yeah, and my throat is still that way.
Yeah,
Wow.
my husband is never sick, so that's unusual for him to.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
But that eerie feeling is, if I go back into the room, I'm going to get that eerie feeling again.
Wow. Now we're going to talk to Stephanie, but Karen, can you pull Sherry out from the front and bring her in here? Okay. And Stephanie, while you were walking through here, did you pick up on anything?
I did, and so I just have to say, for the record, the way that I work, I try to keep it as evidentially based as I possibly can. So my subjective experiences, and then I recount them before I know anything to the occupant, and you just chime in whenever you want. Okay, all right. So when I first walked in, this space I really just sensed whoever lives here, their energy most predominantly.
Wow.
And then I walked into that.
Anybody hungry? Candy bars.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
And then I walked into that hallway over there, and the first thing that I got was like somebody was shaking me and shoving me and pushing me up against the walls in that hallway. And it just, yeah, it was like I got the chills, but it was more like I was being shaken.
Okay, when you say it was like being shaken, were you actually physically being shaken?
No, it was more like, it's like, you know when somebody has shaken you, the after effect, your body feels kind of like vibrating a little bit, like that.
And when you say you were pushed up against the wall?
I got the impression of it.
The impression of it.
No, I did not get pushed up against the wall. And what I believe I was picking up is some actual event that's taken place in this space.
Like residual?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
Real strong.
The actual event, are you able to see it yet, or do you need more time with that?
As I walked through, I did get a clear picture of a man, and I get a face that's kind of drawn, darkness under the eyes, kind of. And then in that bedroom, the first bedroom with the bunk beds, I just felt very uncomfortable, much like John was talking about, and I did get a feeling of constriction in my throat, like someone would be feeling if they were feeling afraid or anxious. And I did feel that space, those bedroom spaces over there, feel to me like someone has had or believe they have had a visual experience that they can't explain, that makes them anxious, afraid.
Well, since this house has been around since 1978, and whatever previous occupants were here, perhaps something negative happened, where it could be domestic disputes or something like that, some physical altercations maybe.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, happened in the house.
Especially in that hallway.
Yeah, and that kind of energy will stay here because it repeats over and over again in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in this bathroom, so that in those two bedrooms, I just got the sense that someone has felt intimidated by some visual experience, and I get the sense of a black shape almost. I don't know if that's related to this male presence I saw. I'm not sure about that. But then I walked into the bathroom and I did get a real strong feeling of someone in a hysterical state of mind, crying kind of uncontrollably. The same, almost like a feeling of like, this is too much. I can't take this. I can't take this. And like losing your breath, like crying so hard.
It's almost like you're walking into the past and you're visualizing these things.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. And I'm never sure if it's living people or you know, some revenant of the past, or if it's a mediumistic experience. I don't always know until I really have to try to penetrate it, but I am not always able. Sometimes I am. Then when I walk back into this room, I got the impression that people have sat in this big common space and heard noises from the room that they're not in, that maybe from over here, or if they're in there from over here, that they felt like the feeling like, what was that?